One morning, we got word that Madiba would be arriving in my consulting rooms at 11 a.m. It was 9 a.m. We had 2 hours to reschedule everyone and clear the rooms. The police arrived early and all the exits and entries to Mill Park Hospital were cleared. Of course, wherever Madiba went, there was great excitement. In seconds, the news was flying through the hospital corridors. Everyone knew about his imminent arrival and the precise route he would take through the labyrinth. As 11 a.m. approached, people poured out of the wards, operating theatres, laboratories, kitchens, offices, and cleaning stations, and began to line the wide passages of the new part of the hospital. I waited at the entrance and watched as Madiba got out of the car and, much to the chagrin of his security detail, began to greet as many people as he could. Typically, he stepped up, shook hands, and said, "Hello, I'm Nelson." Many had never seen him in the flesh and were so affected by his force field that they couldn't respond. His energy was palpable. Then, as he walked down the main thoroughfare, holding my hand, some of the staff began ululating. Others were clapping, and most were tearful. As we approached the oldest part of the hospital, the corridors narrowed, but still there were people lining them. When we turned into my rooms, he strode directly up to the two women at the reception desk. "Hello, ladies. I wonder if you can help me, please. My name is Nelson. I'm an old man, but I'm looking for a job. Would you perhaps have one for me?" He shook their hands and told them they were lucky to be working with such a young doctor and that the work they were doing was very important. "And I want you to know that I appreciate it." Then he asked to meet the person who cleans my rooms. Angie Mafefani, stepped forward. He shook her hand, and they spoke in isiXhosa. Later, Angie translated their exchange to me. "You don't know me, but my family knows you," she said. Madiba asked for her surname, and, without pausing, happily confirmed he knew her parents and her grandmothers, but he'd not known her because he was in prison while she was growing up. Angie had spent her childhood playing with his daughters on the streets of Orlando West, in Soweto, by then a large black city on the edge of Johannesburg. She lived at 8122 Vilakazi Street, just a few houses away from his girls and their mother, Winnie, at number 8115.